on the white pill side of the equation in the law this past week, the Mr. Fauci has been subpoenaed because two states, Louisiana and Missouri, have filed suit against not only Joe Biden, against the press secretary, against a bunch of cabinet officials, and in particular the people connected to that disinformation governance board. And they filed suit on the grounds that against the state actors, saying these state actors are manipulating, colluding, coercing, conspiring with big tech to suppress and censor speech concerning COVID-19, concerning elections, and concerning Hunter Biden's laptop. That was the three core constituent component factual claims. They filed suit in the Western District of Louisiana in Monroe. They filed suit on the grounds of First Amendment violations, on grounds that this is executive action in excess of executive authority under the Constitution, on the grounds that their actions were administrative actions subject to the Administrative Procedures Act and had failed to conform to the Administrative Procedures Act. And that they said that these officials are using the carrot and stick of taking or revoking or amending Section 230 and other governmental actions towards these agencies, selectively weaponizing various executive powers in order to coerce them into suppressing dissident speech on these topics. They brought suit on the grounds that that means their state government actors are not getting access to independent and free information necessary for the function of the state government in some of these matters governing areas of election law and public health, and that they're as a quasi-sovereign of their people, that their people's First Amendment rights are getting denied and deprived. They started off their suit with a quote from George Washington. I will be putting up a highlighted version of the suit this week at vivabarneslaw.locals.com. And people will be able to get it and read it for themselves there. As part of the suit, the government has sought a motion to dismiss. The response of both attorney generals for the states of Missouri and Louisiana. And the judge assigned, by the way, was one of the judges who was one of the really good judges right out of the gate about vaccine mandates and their problematic character. And we'll get to an update on that in a bit. And so he granted their expedited right to discovery. And they are now seeking discovery not only from the Biden administration, but from some particular people. They're issuing subpoenas to third-party organizations. They want all of Zuckerberg's email,
That's good.
Exactly. All of his emails to various government officials. But the one that got the most attention is the judge authorized and approved a subpoena to one Anthony Fauci for documents and deposition testimony concerning his role in trying to coerce the big tech platforms to only give an institutional narrative. And by the way, Deborah Birx was on TV this week promoting her book, talking about her years of subverting of the Trump administration behind their backs and bragging about it, and admitted that she knew at the time they launched the COVID-19 vaccines that they were not effective in stopping transmission. But she thought it was better to lie to people than tell the truth because she thought it would be net positive in the end. That's who our public health officials are. So now Anthony Fauci, for the first time in a long time, is going to have to answer questions about what he was doing to suppress information about whether the COVID-19 could have been a lab leak or had causal relationship to his involvement in the Wuhan laboratory. Questions about how he was suppressing information about lockdowns, how he was suppressing information about masks, how he's suppressing information about the vaccine, how he's suppressing information about the threat of COVID-19. And in particular, we all know his primary target was to get Robert Kennedy Jr. and Children's Health Defense off of Facebook and Instagram. What was he saying? Who did he say it to? Who did he conspire with? Well, he's now on the clock. He's got 30 days to answer questions and provide documents according to a federal court order.